the most iconic UK basketball player, Goose Gibbons.
Okay, that's a good one.
That'd be Goose Gibbons saying, well, UK's not in, but my other team is Louisville.
Well, it's kind of akin to Patino going to coach at Louisville.
You got it.
Yeah,
exactly.
it makes you mad.
There you go. Yeah, yeah.
Except in this case, it's even more so because you're talking like country to country.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a little bigger deal
very international.
than college to
Is he
college.
playing, though, in Mexico right now?
No.
Did he play in Mexico for a while?
Lord, I don't think he did.
Okay.
That's a great
I was
question.
thinking he
That is
played
a
there
good
for a while.
question.
I didn't know.
I have a question while we're talking cultural differences. So it was Neymar, right?
Neymar, yeah.
So the guy gets kind of spiked a little bit. He falls and acts like his leg's going to fall off.
Oh, I thought you meant somebody poured some
Correct.
vodka in it.
Like somebody had just crushed his soul
Yep.
to the point they're making. Have you seen the commercials?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're hilarious.
Oh, it's
Fantastic.
very inventive.
So where do you
they're
stand?
doing.
You're a soccer guy. Where do you stand on this whole flopping thing in general?
Lexi Lawless had a really good, about a 30-second broadcast
Yeah.
that was on Twitter, and he said, you cannot destroy the floppers
Right.
if you don't get on the game stallers.
Uh-huh.
Referee plays the ball for a free kick, and you stand in front of it and you
For an
slow the
hour,
game
right.
down.
Kick it out of bounds,
You
just
kick
a
the
waste
ball
of
out of
time.
bounds. You intentionally slow up. You're jumping on the back trying for a header. So you can't pick and choose who the centers are.
Sure.
Because you're all.
So there are multiple.
You're all trying to gain an advantage.
Sure.
It's all it's all gamesmanship.
Now, see, I think basketball is in the same deal because there's a lot of flopping in basketball.
Yes.
I don't think you ever
Charges.
get that under control until you penalize the flopper.
Yep.
And we've got replay.
Yeah.
You can
yeah.
go back. You can find out if he was faking this charge or that charge or whatever.
I think
Let's
that-
just go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I like the VAR this year, that video assistant referee.
That thing has went
I
well.
think that they've used it well. It's prevented a couple unwarranted PKs from being awarded.
Right? Which is a huge deal.
Absolutely.
Let me ask you this.
I think
I'm
that it's
interrupting.
done right.
Is the penalty kick the most violent, the most huge penalty in sport? In other words, you don't get that in football. You don't like, there was a penalty and we're just going to remove the defense.
In football, I think there's one thing that does relate to the pass interference in the NFL that gets you a 60-yard.
You're right.
Yeah.
That one does
Then
hurt
again,
you.
just like in basketball, though, you're out. You're out on your fifth.
True, you're the disqualified.
A fifth foul.
Yeah.
But you get to replace that person.
True.
A red card.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. But you can play 10 on 11. That's not a huge deal.
Yeah.
But a penalty kick, and the reason I bring this
It
up,
is huge, yeah.
it is important to get it right on a penalty.
Yeah, well, just as a coach and as an official and as a player, all I ever wanted was be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to call it a foul in the middle of the field, then call it when it happens in the box.
But don't you think people, officials especially, I think this happens in basketball, football, everywhere. When you call it in the middle field, it doesn't affect the game. So if you miss
Correct.
it, it's okay. But you call it in the box,
Yep.
somebody's going to score, probably. I mean, what's the rate on penalty
80,
kicks?
85%.
Yeah, exactly. So you've basically awarded a goal.
Yeah. But don't commit the foul in the box.
I agree.
And that's, but they just be consistent with it. But then again, there is so much gamesmanship there again with the flopping. I mean, you're just going in there, I've lost possession of the ball. I feel a slight tap, man,
Yeah.
I'm rolling and I'm flopping around.
And live with the human eye.
Yeah, it's
Difficult
very
to do. Stuck Tony, if
Very
you will
good at it.
indulge me, I'd like to kind of get, I know there are 3 or 4 of us kind of engaged in this. I'd like to get Coach Garner in here on this. Feeling on replay, because you bring up VAR, and then also which sports league has it right. Maybe it's FIFA, maybe it's NFL, maybe it's MLB, maybe it's NBA. Maybe you were glad that in the Cleveland Golden State Series they overturned the charge block call. Maybe you wanted that. I don't know. Which league, which sport? Because I know Stock Tony and I, we have an answer.
Oh, yeah, we have the answer to this question.
But I would love to hear it. Let's hear yours first, and then let's let LJ Go Sox give us an answer.
Oh, Lord.
Or Brody.
I don't know.
He's on the Fortnite League. It's when he
Fortnite replay. Do they have replay in Fortnite? Do they really? Like they can overturn a death in Fortnite.
He really didn't get killed at all.
Oh. Yeah, we're overturning that.
No,
You're
they
back
just got
alive.
replay where they can have like Brody.
Where they show it
hiding out
again,
and
right.
shooting you in the,
Right. I got you. Okay, I'm sorry. Go.
I don't know. I think baseball probably is still about as pure as can be with it.
Yeah.
I would hate to ever see them go to using the little box for balls and strikes. I personally like that human factor, that error factor,
Right.
Because then if you feel like you've been wronged by it, you've got something you can vent about with your buddies and whine and cry. And,
Right.
So like a little bit of a built-in excuse, like when somebody's talking while I'm swinging the golf club.
Yeah.
Even though it doesn't affect me at all, if I hit a bad shot, it's
But then again,
their fault.
I'm talking like the old dude that doesn't want to mess too much with it. I was
Get off my yard. Yeah.
I was so opposed to the VAR.
But it's working.
But then,
Michael DeCourcy put something out
they've
that it's
done
the
pretty
best.
well, yeah.
It's really helped.
They've really done well with it because they haven't gone to it and they've given the official the opportunity. But there's the new video screen not messaging. What's it called?
I go with it. We're with you.
Where the players are now not like card right, hold their hands up.
Right.
They're doing the little screen like go look at the video, go look at the video.
Yeah. Interesting.
Imaging. The imaging.
They're kind of pantomiming it with their hands.
Yeah.
Kind of like
because
yeah.
That's what referees do.
I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's kind of my take on it. I think baseball probably is about as pure as it can be. I think soccer's done a really good job. I've been very, very pleased with it this year.
Gotcha. LJ Go Sox, thoughts? Video replay, for it, against it, open up a can on it, for it, and then which sport's doing it the best?
Can?
Well, we can. Do you want to play the imaging?
Yeah, hold on.
Hey, hold on. Hold that thought. Get some imaging.
Time to open up a can on or open up a can for.
Part of the delays, got the imaging on the phone. We don't have the imaging for everything, but you got a disclaimer very quick.
Yeah, we want to make sure everybody knows that this is a figurative, metaphorical can, that no people, no place, no objects, no animals will be harmed in the following segment. And that mic, you got to talk directly into it loud.
I will open up a can for replay
Okay?
as long as it does not change the essence of the game.
Okay?
And I'm going to disagree with CCP here
Yeah?
that I think in baseball it has changed the game.
Yeah.
When a guy is on first and he is stealing second, if the ball beat the guy to the bag, he is out.
Yes. For years and years.
Yes. But now because of replay, you see guys sliding in, you hold the tag on. If you happen to come off the bag just one little iota, boom, you're out, which I don't think that was ever the intention of the game.
Right.
So I don't like how baseball is doing that.
I agree, yeah.
On the flip side, I'm going to disagree with him again. I would love to see automated balls and strikes.
Yes.
Especially if when I'm watching it on TV, you're going to show me that box. I agree that I think we need to go one way or the other. Don't show me the box. When I watch my Red Sox games
let
on
me guess at
Netson, they have the permanent box on there every time. So if there's a ball that should have been a strike or vice versa, we see they messed up.
Yep.
So either don't let us know or make it all automated, but don't change the essence of the game.
How much quicker will it make the game that we're trying to speed up a little anyway if you didn't have an umpire back there calling balls and strikes? Everything was automatic. It would make it quicker, right? You'd save some minutes.
I guess maybe marginally. I mean, I don't think we're taking that much time, are we, on balls and strikes? And you still need an umpire back there because it's plate to plate. We need somebody back there calling outs at the plate.
I'm with you, though, here, and I think all of you have a good point. If it automatically just came up, ball or strike, that might speed it up a little. I'm 100% on board with balls and strikes being automated. I think it is the hardest thing to call in the world. Balls moving, darting, breaking, here, there, everywhere. I've seen some horrendous calls, as have you, that changed outcomes. And there's nothing more important in baseball than the count. If it's 1-0, that's hitter's count. If it's 0-1, that's pitch, and it just changes the whole at-bat. I'm for automated balls and strikes. The rest of the replay's terrible. And you're dead on. Pirates, Phillies last, which it didn't matter. The Phillies ended up winning by a lot. But it's 5-4. Bases are loaded, 2 outs. Play at first. Bang, bang. They call him out. The inning should be over. They go to replay. They overturn it. You're watching replay. Was he safe? Maybe, if you're looking at it. But it's like a fright. You have to slow it down and do it in double slow motion.
Right.
That's not the point. The point of this is egregiously bad calls.
Right.
So Armando Galarraga, Detroit has a perfect game. He's out by a step and a half.
Oh.
Overturn that. Okay,
Right.
that's fine. Kansas City, St. Louis, 85. He's out 2.5 feet. St. Louis are world champions. Overturn that. but I'm out by a fraction of a hair. That's not what the point is. Don't replay those. Whatever he called it, he called it. Let's move on with the game.
I agree. I'm also not a big fan. Is it an NBA? Only the last 2 minutes? Am I right?
Depending on what they want to do, yeah.
You know, and that's back to your argument on, fouls at midfield in soccer versus in the box. Same thing here. Does that mean something that, the refs blew, halfway through the game doesn't matter as much as the last 2 minutes? Not only does in the NBA, it completely drags the game. My gosh.
Sure.
Last 2 minutes of NBA game is atrocious. Timeouts, college basketball, I've complained for years and years and years, just going to the monitor. Every time they say we're going to the monitor,
quit.
I want to throw up.
I know.
Almost becoming a crutch, right?
It is. It's a crutch, and it prolongs the game. And here's the thing: everybody gripes about baseball and the length. There's nothing longer than the last 2 minutes of an NBA game.
I agree.
It takes 8 hours and 52 minutes to play the last 2 minutes. Now, the first 46 minutes pretty much flows right by. You don't notice that so much. But the last two, they're going to take forever. And I'm with you with the clock. I said soccer. I hate the fact that we stop it and we look for fractions of a second. When did it go? We can't be that accurate. And here's the thing. You want to play 48 exact minutes? Why are we not looking to be that accurate in the first quarter?
Right.
When we're not. We're letting that second go off. We're letting that 0.5 of a second go off. So at the end, how do we know that it's not already over anyway?
Right.
It's befuddling.
Oh, that it is. Now, while we're here, though,
Befuddling?
Confusing.
Sure.
I was trying to think of a better word. Befuddling. Dude. Now, while we're here, we have the answer to the best replay, though. Tennis is good, but it's not.
Tennis is pretty good.
1, 2, 3.
CFL. The CFL has it right. They replay everything.
They replay it,
and it's automatic, and it's on the spot. Pass interference.
They do
if
it
was
fast.
wrong, they bring it back.
Let's get back. Not a 30-minute review. Now, we've talked about it on the show before. The NFL used to be they go under the hood. They can't let a camera there. Now they've got those poor guys saddled with those iPads,
I know.
or the Microsoft Surfaces or whatever.
It's hilarious.
They got a dude with that around his neck, and his job is to come there and stand so the referee can look at his chest and see what's going on. Why do they have that guy?
Now this isn't on the show sheet. It is humiliating. This isn't on the show sheet. The more I think about it, it's humiliating. It's awful.
No, it's not humiliating.
But the more I think about it, what a great job. That guy's getting paid, right? All I got to do is come out, bring the iPad, and hold it.
I've always wanted to be a bullpen catcher, but
That's what
might
I'm
be
saying.
better than a bullpen catcher.
That's what I'm asking. What are the greatest jobs in sports? I'm thinking that might be a great job in sports.
Oh, you feel so exposed, I feel like. You come out there and you just stand for the world to see.
I'm only the guy that holds the iPad.
You don't even hold it.
I know.
It's around your neck. It's crazy.
It's the worst job out there, but he's getting paid. I think this is a great job.
Do we know how much he's getting paid?
Well, no, we don't, but he's probably getting paid something. So let's ask this. What are the greatest jobs in sports? Because maybe, what if they're paying you to be the down marker guy? That's a pretty good job. Chain gang? That's a pretty good job.
See, I said for years bullpen catcher, unless I'm with the Tampa Bay Rays.
Why is that bad?
If you're the Tampa Bay Rays and
they do
have
that
their no
bullpen
starter,
day, yeah.
then man, you're working in the third inning.
Busy all the time.
But the idea that I get to sit and watch 7 innings of baseball before I have to do anything,
Yeah.
what a great game.
How many bullpens are still exposed? Because that worries me a little. Don't have a fence around them. Are there any bullpens at Fenway still?
No,
Fenway's.
You mean exposed like on the first and third base line?
Yeah.
Wrigley
Not a
Field
fence
was
around
the
them.
last one, and they're
Yeah,
done.
Wrigley Field's in.
So I don't
Fenway's
think
out in the
there's any.
outfield now.
Yeah.
So all of them are covered. Now that's
Yeah.
much more safe. It's much safer.
How about backup punter?
I don't think they carry. Most teams don't carry two punters.
No, but if
backup
you could
punter's
get
the
that.
kicker.
If you could get that, that's a good job.
Best job in sports. I got it right here, guys. Charlie Whitehurst. Clipboard Jesus.
You're
He's
right.
a backup quarterback
Yes.
to everybody.
Of all time.
All time. He's
Never
got
gotten a game.
He's got the flowing mane.
Yes.
He's dating Jewel.
Yes.
Best
Is
job
he
in
really
sports.
dating Jewel?
He was.
Well, that is the best
I don't
job in
keep
sports.
up with his
There's
romance
no doubt about
too much,
that.
but yeah, it's a great job
Fascinating. So third string emergency quarterback holding the clipboard.
with that lovely hair.
How about the guy who carries like the cords for the headsets? That's a good job.
Unless
Ooh,
the coach
I've
is
got
really
it.
bad because then they throw the
I know.
headsets.
How about this? TV timeout referee. That's a great job. Red hat guy that comes out onto the field, signals that there's a TV timeout, and then stands there until the TV timeout
Is
is
that all
over.
he does?
That's it. It's his whole job.
Oh, what about the security guards at the NBA games, maybe the college games, who come out on the replays and sing.
Oh, and stand around and
I've
huddle.
seen those guys, they stand